That was a super soul. I had it on pause, but not recording. Okay, no problem. The ocean is always breaking in waves, no? If you miss one wave, you get the one behind it. So the Harikatha becomes it's like the ocean. It's always flowing. The waves don't stop. So if you miss the first few waves, you get the next one. Either wave, you ride a wave, you feel happiness. So this is Bhakti Taranga. Every wave of devotion, every wave of Harikatha is like Bhakti Taranga, a wave of bhakti. And we get washed, we get enjoyment, we get pleasure. The porpoises and dolphins enjoy riding the waves. We enjoy riding the waves in Bhakti Taranga. And someday it'll be Prema Bhakti Taranga. So this is, Vrindavan is famous for what? For this jewel. This is a famous, like Africa is famous for jewel mines. In Africa you dig in the ground, you find rubies under the ground. Because we're talking about nidhi. Nidhi means jewel. Nidhi means jewel, means ocean, means treasure. And all those words, they apply to Radharani. But she's a Divya Nidhi, and here it refers to jewel. She's the great transcendental jewel. That's what Radharani is famous for, because she's the supreme Devata, Mahabhav. When we describe Vrindavan, just like in Puri, when they call the mandir, we say it's Jagannath Mandir. We say this is Jagannath Mandir, just like you may say, you may have a private house, and the husband says, this is my house. And ask the wife what she said, whose house it is. Oh, wife, whose house is it? This is my house. Acha. And you ask the children, whose house? This is my house. So 4 people live in one house, and everybody's claiming mamata. Everybody's claiming ownership to one house. No, it's all adjusted, because basically everything's in consciousness. Krishna is one, but he's Bahu. Eko Bahusham. He's one for Radharani, but he's many for the other bhaktas. Eko Bahusham. There's one Krishna for Radharani. And even in the rasa dance, that one Krishna doesn't leave Radharani. There's Eko. At Eka, there's Eka Radharani and Eka Krishna. Eko Bahusham is for the other. That's his Vaibhav Prakash. For all the other Sakhis dancing in the rasa dance. And for all the other bhaktas. For every liberated soul, there's one Krishna. That's one of the Shams. The Eko Bahusham. That's one of the Bahushams. This isn't Vedanta. Eko Bahusham. So this one Krishna, he always stays by Radharani's side, because Radharani's 25th quality is Prem Vashi Bhut. She controls Krishna with her prem. Hey, you're not going anywhere. Come back, come back. Radharani is Vrindavaneshwari, Premeshwari, Krishna's Praneshwari. Premeshwari, Praneshwari. So when we describe Jagannath Mandir, Jagannath Swami, even Jagannath understands that. So Jagannath, we say it's Jagannath Mandir. What is Jagannath Swami? If you ask Jagannath Swami in Puri, whose house is this? Whose temple is this? Well, that's Sri Mandir. And that is what the temple is officially called in Puri, Sri Mandir. Why Sri? Because that's the name of his consort, his wife, Lakshmi. Sri Lakshmi. She's the Grihini, they say in Hindi, Grihini. And there's the Kunja Griha. There's one verse in Radharani Sudhanidhi which describes Radharani. It's a Kunja Griha Kunja Griha Devata. She's like the homemaker of the kunjas, because she makes everything neat and tidy for Krishna's reception. For it's called Vasajika. Vasajika Bhav. Nayaka Bhav. There's 8 types of bhavas of the heroine. One is Vas. Vas means residence, waiting. Vasajika. She's waiting for Krishna in a kunja. Vasajika. And then she makes it very nice. The entrance to the door, she puts flowers. She strings some flowers, or some manjari strings of flowers. Oh, Radharani, I gave this to decorate the doorway. Oh, thank you. Krishna will like that. She puts flowers across. She makes everything very nice to receive her beloved, her prananath. This is love. The greeting, Swagatam Krishnam, Swagatam Krishnam. Welcome, Krishna. Oh, come, my beloved. Oh, my Dayata. Oh, my Prananath. So this is the Vrindavan that we're striving for. So now we come to Vrindavan. We call it Vrindavan. Is it called Vrindavan? It's called Sridham Vrindavan. Sridham. That's all. That's enough for us. We don't need the Vrindavan. Oh, where are you going? I'm going to Sridham. Sridham? You don't know. That's a secret. Gopi Bhava is Gopi, Gupta, Gop. It's secret, Rahasya. Yeah, where do you live? I live in Sridham. I live in the Dham of Shri. Dham means the abode. It means the shelter. It means to be surrounded. So this is Radha Vidana Miha Divya Niranam Asti. So this is the realm of Radha, and around the world, I already mentioned that, around the world there's so many famous diamond mines and ruby mines, but the nidhi means the treasure, and treasures, like the jewels, are found in the earth. Jewels are found inside the earth in a mine called a kana. You have to dig inside the earth. Or you go in the ocean. You can find jewels, moti, ratna, pearls, and other jewels. They come from the ocean. People that live in Africa, in the west coast of Africa, certain beaches there, the waves wash up jewels on the beaches, even today. Depending on maybe they don't understand all that, but depending on the various nakshatras and star combinations of stars, jewels wash up with the waves, rubies and diamonds and emeralds and sapphires. And there's a 170 kilometer or 250 kilometer stretch of beach in Ghana, or some of those countries over there, can't remember, on the west coast, southwest coast of Africa. And they're all controlled by the government and by the army. And they collect all those jewels and they make money for the government. Or they wear them, I don't know. This is still going on today. It's quite amazing. My devotee friends from Africa, they told me, you go there, you get shot. So, fortunately, when you come to Vrindavan looking for the Divya Nidhi of Radharani, you don't get shot. You get her mercy. So she is a special jewel that you can find here. This whole of Vrindavan is a jewel mine. And the special jewel here is Vrindavan is the treasure house, Nidhi, of Radha's Mahabhav. And her Shringar Leelas with Priyatam Sham. Well, it's amazing. You can go to some Leela Stali, of Madhurya Leela Stali, like Radhakund, or Nidhiban, or Sevakund. You can sit there and read Govinda Leelamrita, Madhyan Leela, or you recall it in your mind if you have a good memory. And you're chanting, you're thinking, wow, and these waters, and so many lotuses, yellow lotuses, and red, and blue, and white, and there's swans gliding here, and there's beautiful kunjas everywhere, and flowers, and bees buzzing, and and the gopis are coming here. It's so much anukulya for remembering Radharani's pastimes with Krishna. If you just apply your mind and heart for a few minutes, the whole pastime, the whole Leela rises out of the pages of the books, rises out of your memory banks, and rises out of the water of Radhakund and the banks of Radhakund and Shamakund to appear in your mind and heart when you're chanting. This is what it means to sit in a holy place. This is what it means. You see so many people perched around the banks of Radhakund. Either you sit nearby and you think, because everywhere is a pull of Radhakund. It's just like a big light. If you have a big light in a parking lot, it casts its rays of light very far, a few hundred meters across the parking lot, are lit up by the light, by the energy. So what to speak of the light of Radharani's Mahabhav? It's lighting up the immediate area. This is the Radhakund Gaon, Radhakund village. So if you sit here, you just immediately get drawn there. It's like the beam of light comes, you can receive it from a distance. So here the rays, sitting here and meditating, but if you go further away, like devotees that go on parikrama, Govardhan parikrama, that live here, they say, when you leave here, there's a certain place where you feel that you left Radhakund. These are very sensitive devotees. So you go around Radhakund, you start to go by the police station and where people, the Chatikar Road, and then by the canal there, and then you say, you feel, Radharani's back there. Now it's Giriraj Baba. Giriraj takes over now. No, Acha, Giriraj, Krishna. So this is the radiance, like a jewel. We're speaking Divya Nidanam, Nidhi or Nidanam. It's a combination. Nidanam, the jewel. So jewel, if you wear some powerful, costly jewel, it emanates light for some distance, some attraction, some light, some color. So this is Radharani. Her dham is Divya, and it's Nidhi. It's a great source of inspiration for meditating on her pastimes with Priyatam Sham. So basically the verse is saying give to get. You have to give to get. That's an interesting principle in India, with Indian people. It's different. The sequence is different in the West. Oftentimes in the West, of course it's social calculation. You're calculating, you want someone to do something for you. It's type of, your friend to do something, or even a non-friend, someone you know. You want them to do a favor. So you may ask them, will you please do this favor for me, or will you please help me? And then they may do the favor, help you. Then afterwards, you'll give them a gift of appreciation, to reciprocate with their kindness. That's the general Western, at least in America where I grew up, that's the general way people deal. They ask you for something, they just come with a request. But in India, what we found is, if you come first with a gift, it's different. You come first, you give the reward, and then, because in the West there's more calculation. The calculation is, I'll ask him to do this, or she or whomever. If they do this, then I'll reciprocate. If they don't do it, then go to hell. I'm not giving you anything. You follow? In other words, it's me, and it's me. But here in India, they think, this is my friend. I don't care. They give first, then they say, I bought this gift for you. These are my books, or this some box of sweets, or whatever. This, that, a sweater, or some clothes, and whatever. They say, okay, thank you. Or this is for your deities. So, and then you're talking, can you, by the way, can you do me a favor? Oh, no, I'm really busy. I'd really like to help you. I can't help you. Then you say, oh, man, I spent 300 rupees on these sweets, and I wasted, and he didn't do my favor. No, that kind of calculation is not there, because there's more basic love among people. At least there used to be. And it's a whole different, the whole mindset of Indian people, the way they think, their emotions, and the way they treat each other. Living here for 29 years, I have some idea that it's quite different, because then you're really giving it. So he is my friend. Then what you're thinking is, I'm giving it to him. If he helps me or not, what's my loss? At least I'm showing my love. Dadati pratigrinati bhunte bojayate cheva. And Upadeshamrita Rupa Goswami is saying there's 6 ways to show love. One is to speak kind and loving words to someone, to compliment them, to appreciate them, to encourage them, to help them, to just speak in a friendly way to someone. That's a show of love. Always be amicable, equipoised and friendly to all. So this is what to speak of giving gifts and receiving gifts, and giving prasadam and giving receiving. So here we're saying you have to give to get. So we give our lives. We come to Vrindavan, we give our lives, we give our time to bhajan. And we're calculating, because why are we calculating? Because our acharyas, Rupa Goswami says there's Panchanga Bhakti. There's 5 limbs of bhakti, and each one of them will give us prema. And even just living in Vrindavan, we can attain Krishna prema. course, there's one big catch. Living without money? No, that's okay. Most people don't have much. Living without food? That's okay. But living without offenses. So if we live in Vrindavan without offenses, even if you have money or no money, or clothes or no clothes, or food or no food, doesn't matter. But without offenses, then that gift will be given. So this is easier said than done, because our nature in Kali Yuga, unfortunately, all of us in Kali Yuga are offensive by nature. I can't be excluded from that group, because I'm born in this unfortunate age. Of course, our fortune is the holy name. That's the good quality. Eko gun, one gun, it says in 11th canto about this age, is the holy name. So the holy name will make us offenseless, and the holy name will make us pure, and the holy name will qualify us for the mercy of Vrindavan. So imagine if you have all five in place, all five aspects, all five angas of Panchanga Bhakti. Because why do we come here to Vrindavan? Well, that's one reason, because just living in Vrindavan gives prema. So we're gamblers. We're all transcendental gamblers. We're thinking, wow, I'm going to gamble. I'm going to go for it. If I lose everything I got. All my money, everything. Okay. Oh. Okay. Takes it all. You become a beggar. Oh, Radhe, Radhe, roti chahiye, roti chahiye. You become a bhikkhari. Bhikkhari, a madhukari, a bhikkhari, praying bhikkhari, a beggar. Or you win. So you're thinking, well, what are the stakes? Well, if I go to Vrindavan and live without offenses, I'll attain Krishna Prem and go to Goloka Vrindavan and serve Radharani forever in the kunjas of Vrindavan. But I have to live without offenses. Okay, I'll try. Okay, hey, I made it one day. I lived one day in Vrindavan. I think I didn't make any offenses. I'm not sure. I better pray that. What about the unconscious ones? Oh, Krishna, please forgive me for my conscious. I don't think I made any consciously, but I'm not that conscious either. So maybe I made some offenses in my so-called consciousness, which was actually unconsciousness. So please forgive me for my conscious, unconscious awareness, offenses, etc. To be hypo-analytical about it all. So then, I passed a week, and then I made it, or I made it a year. And you'll find out and if you're really offensive, when you sit down to pray, you won't even be in Vrindavan. You'll be somehow be thrown out before that. So we're allured here by our acharyas, Rupa Goswami and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He says, and then they're telling us, Prabhupada Saraswati is fanatical. He's fanatical about Vrindavan. He says, forget everything. If anyone tells you to don't go to Vrindavan, then cut out their tongue and throw them away. You should not do that. That's immoral. That's illegal. You go to jail. But that's the kind of intensity he's trying to shake us and wake us that this is important. Hear what I'm saying. Leave everything. Leave your wife and your kids. Well, wait a minute. That's totally adharmic, and that's sinful and adharmic. You're telling me you're some kind of acharya, and you're telling me this is what is this? It's not possible. So that's not really what he means. What he means, mentally leave it all, and put Vrindavan in your mind if you can't live here. That's why you need guru to understand Shastra. Well, I read the Shastra. It said, Prabhupada Saraswati said, even if your guru tells you to leave Vrindavan and go to Moscow and distribute books, you should just kill your guru. So wait a minute. It's not like that. And you say, no, Gurudev, it's Shastra. So there are many fanatical people in the world, and I met a few, unfortunately. So that's why Guru is required to hold your hand, take you through the verses, cool down, sell a few more books in Moscow, then next year you can go to Vrindavan, whatever, whatever the save is. So they encourage us to stay here and do Sankirtan here, and to associate with devotees and worship Bhagavatam and hear Harikatha and worship Thakurji and take his darshan. This is the Panchanga. So we coming here because why? We're coming here to get this jewel, this Divya Nidhi. We're coming here because Asti, Divya Nidanam Asti, this Radhabhidanam, this Sridham, this name, this place is Dham. This Vrindavan is named after Radha. Radha Dham, they have a guest house, Radha Dham. This Sridham, this is a place of Radharani. And everyone will remind you of it. Not so much in Vrindavan anymore, and the municipal Vrindavan where a lot of people live these days, Nidhiban and that area over there, hardly very few people, and Brijvasis, they say Radhe Radhe or when they greet each other. But here still in the villages in Radhakund Govardhan, very strong everywhere, everywhere. Every sentence, every Radhe Radhe, Giya kitna? Acha. 10 rupees pao. Acha. Adha kilo kitna? Acha. Acha, theek hai. Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe. Hey, Radhe Radhe, how much is this? Radhe Radhe, thank you. That's it. This is Radhe Radhe in the beginning, Radhe Radhe, and something in the middle, then Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe, I'm a gunda, I'm going to rob you. Boom, boom, boom. Take Radhe Radhe. Radhe Radhe, hey, Radhe Radhe, hey, Baba, Radhe Radhe, give me your money. Acha. Thank you, Radhe Radhe. So I go, it's like this. So this is a speciality of the Vrindavan. You're reminded everywhere the Divya Niranam of Radharani. So we have to give to get. So those who give up all great things, and they come to Vrindavan, they will receive the divine jewel of Radharani. Radharani's compassion, Radharani's name. Because it says Radha Bidanam, Radha Bidanam, Iha Divya Niranam Asti. Receive the great treasure of Radharani's name, as I'm just mentioning. So much, you can't avoid it. I mean, even if you're in a bad mood or you have a cold or you don't feel like speaking, as soon as you step out the door, before you come back, you go to buy sabji or you go for a prikrama, you will have heard Radharani's name at least 108 times. You would have you'll chant one mala of Radhanam just by going to buy some milk and come back. And you're in a bad mood, you don't even want to look at anybody, but you have to buy something to eat. I mean, life is like that. Not everybody's in bliss all the time, at least not me. I can honestly say that. I'm a little excited about giving class because I like it. I like to speak about Krishna, otherwise I'm miserable. Honestly speaking. And if you're a Premi Bhakta, then you're in bliss, but I have many, many lifetimes to attain that great treasure. But I can't help myself. I go every day to take bath in the morning in Radhakund, and sometimes I'm half dead when I'm going over there. I don't even know where I am. Radhe Radhe Maharaj. Oh, yeah, Radhe Radhe. Where am I? Where's the road? Good morning. Radhe Radhe. And everyone's so excited. Yeah, Radhe. I see some little kid. Radhe Radhe. Oh, yeah, Radhe Radhe. Yeah, Radhe Radhe. And by the time I get back after taking snan and coming out of the modes of nature and becoming slightly, aham brahmasmi and all that, then I come back. Hey, Radhe Radhe. I'm in the groove, and I come back. I'm all groomed. I got my hair cut. I'm looking smart. So I come back and I got energized. And I got purified. So then I come back, and then I'm telling everybody I see, the cow, the dog, Radhe Radhe. Because this is, there's no doubt in my mind, and I've lived here continually for 12 years, and before 16 in Vrindavan, or 17, or whatever it is, I don't know. Full time since 2002, but every Kartik since 1994 in Radhakund. I've really become Radhaized by living here. I without even consciously trying. Watch out, if you live over there behind there, this place you'll get brainwashed. It's terrible. You'll just wake up Radhe Radhe, go to sleep Radhe Radhe. I'm warning everybody, just run away from here as soon as you can. It's a very dangerous place. Very, very dangerous. Do you want that to happen to you? Oh, can you close this door, by the way? Usually close it. everything's like through the, everything's like kunja, Uripa for kunjuli. These two guys, these three devotees are behind these flower vase. He's behind the gate, okay? Hi, So, the whole thing is Udipan for Manjari Bhavupasana. And Divya Nidhi, Divya also means playful. Now, is there such a thing as a jewel you can play with? You're very careful with jewels. You don't play with them. You wear them. You lock them up. You carefully guard them and protect them. They're not something you play with. Hey, here's my diamond. You don't play with it. But Radharani, she's a divya. Divya means divyati. Divya means playful, joyful. So when the jewel of Radharani enters the heart, one becomes joyful, becomes playful. So she's a divya nidhi. She's playful. She frolics. So she's a nidhi. She's a divya nidhi. In one sense, Radharani is being translated here. She's in Vrindavan, there's a divine jewel. Well, you could also say nidhi means treasure, and divya means playfulness. In Vrindavan, when you come to Vrindavan, you'll find a treasure. You'll find a treasure house of playfulness known as Radharani. She's the most playful, the most funny, the most amazing personality you'll ever get to know. If you serve her and you remember her and you pray to her and you read about her, you see how funny she is. She's very, very funny. And her sidekick is the biggest joker in the universe. Her sidekick is the biggest joker in the universe, and that's Srimati Vishaka. Vishaka! Vishaka! It's Vishaka. And so she's always encouraging Radharani. She's giving her the first line, and Radharani gives the lines to Radharani, and Radharani speaks. Vishaka is right here, right on the side. Lalita is on Krishna's side. They're born the same time, the same place. They have the same varna, the same complexion, the same vav, varna, vav, janam titi, everything same. We say Radhastami is also Vishakastami. By the way, especially it's important for me because she's my Yuteshwari. and Vaita Parivar, Yuteshwari, our boss. Yuteshwari for all the Manjari Sakhis is Vishaka, and for Nityananda Parivar it's Lalita. Lalita and Rupa, and for us it's Vishaka and Rati. Rati Manjari is Das Goswamipad. Of course, he's also Tulsi, more popularly known as Tulsi Manjari. And Tulsi Das Goswami is initiated by Advaitacharya. And some lines of Advaitacharya's family, they claim that Advaitacharya is also Vishaka, although he has a Manjari form also. These divine personalities have many forms, as you may be knowing or you will come to know. So Radha Vidanam Iha Divya Niranam Asti. So Radharani she's very funny. And so we say Divya Niranam, it means there's a treasury of playfulness here known as Radharani. Her name, what is her name? Radha. Radha Vidanam Iha Divya Niranam. So we'll find this treasure ocean, because Nidhi means ocean, we'll find this treasure ocean of Radha's playful pastimes. Because Divya means, when you come here, you'll find out about the playful pastimes of Radha and Krishna. One of the funniest pastimes, some very funny pastimes, are the pastimes recorded in Chamatkara Chandrika. Chamatkara Chandrika by Vishwanath Chakravartipad. There's 4 pastimes there. And one of them is where Radharani pretends to get bitten by a snake. She pretends to get bitten by a snake. Then Krishna disguises himself as a lady doctor. And this is in Yavat. So we go, as I took so many Brajmandal Prikrimas in old days, days before, and mostly Russian devotees, with translation, with one devotee, Ambarish. He was like my Vishaka. He was always here. You were there? I remember. And he's fantastic, because I would go on and on and on. He would just sit. And most translators say, Maharaj, I can only translate one sentence at a time. And if they say that, I'd say, I'm sorry, I can't speak. Because I can't. Hello, and then stop. Goodbye, and then stop. Then hello, and then stop. So I would go on, and Ambarish was a fantastic translator. I think he took sannyas. Jai Ho. Ambarish Maharaj ki. Very, very sweet devotee. Something must have happened because he was right next to me for many, many years, for many, many hours. And if that direct association with me hasn't done something, I don't know. I never know what kind of devotee he is. But he's already a great devotee on his own, obviously. But I'm sure maybe he got a little something. Great translator and wonderful, really devotee. So when we go there, then we tell these stories about Radharani. So Radharani, she pretends she lies on the ground, and then Sakis go, Jatila, Radharani's fainted. What happened? Oh, she was bitten by a black snake. That's right, she was bitten by a black snake. His name is Kaliya. Oh, she was bitten by Kaliya, one of the relatives of Kaliya. Yes, what is his name? His name is Kaliya Krishna. He's bitten Radharani, now she's dying. Oh, my daughter-in-law. Oh, she's going to die. Oh, call a doctor. And they run everywhere. Oh, we can't find any doctor. Oh, we found one mantra doctor. There's one lady. She's a tantric. She's a tantrini or whatever they call. Female tantric. She'll come and she'll tantrini or whatever. And so then Krishna comes disguised as the ladies, and he says, "Now listen, Jatila, I have some very this is very serious." Krishna felt her pulse. Oh, she's barely living. She can die any minute now. So I have some very special medicines in my medicine kit. So first I will massage her feet, and I'll try to trace out where the poison is, where exactly the poison has lodged itself. And then I will try a massage. And if that doesn't work, then there's a special medicine that I'm chewing in my mouth. I've been chewing. When I heard that your daughter-in-law got bitten, I put that medicine in my mouth. I started chewing it. Actually, it's a pan. It's betel nut. It's tumble. So I've been chewing it all the way, so it's really enriched with lots of my phenila. Phenila, that's described in CC. That's Krishna's saliva. Jagannath's prasadam is mixed with the taste of his lips, the saliva, which is called phenila. So, and this is a very special prasadam. Medicine, dawa. But see, this medicine, I'm chewing it, but I have to, the way I administer means to give. The way I administer this medicine, I have to kiss your daughter-in-law and then put the medicine in her mouth. And Jatila said, we called a doctor many times, but usually he gives a little tablet, little powder wrapped up in a piece of, little papers. You open up the papers and, go like that. Little Ayurvedic dawas, little papers like this, that. And I know, what kind of, this is a very strange medicine. No, this is a serious case. I don't administer this medicine anywhere and everywhere. Acha. Well, okay, whatever you have to do. So when you're reading these pastimes of Vishnu, you're just laughing moment by moment. And the exchange of what the gopis are saying and Radharani is saying is very, very funny. So this is the divya aspect of Radharani, her playful, joking, her playful spirit. And this attracts the playful heart of the bhaktas. So this is another meaning of divya niranam. When you come to Brindani Brindatavim, Anusara Pranayena Cheta Radhabinanam Iha Divya Niranam Asti. When you come to Vrindavan, you will find out about these playful pastime places. In Yavat, all these wonderful playful pastimes happen with this Radharani. So we'll find out that. So in the Tika, they're describing that all this is available here, but then how do we qualify for the mercy of Radharani in Vrindavan? Vrindavan can give mercy, and it will give mercy. Radharani is Karunamayi, and she will give her mercy and Karuna. But how do we qualify? So he's telling that we have to be very greedy. We have to really want it. Always be. And greed is something that never stops. It's not that I'm greedy today and I'm not greedy tomorrow. Greed, this transcendental greed, lobha, is something, they use the analogy that someone loses something costly or valuable or dear and near to them, like their money or some jewelry or costly cell phone or something. Then they're looking everywhere around the house looking to find it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? They're very anxious, very eager. They're longing. They have a great longing. Oh, I want it. I want it. I want to find it. I need it. I need it. I want it. I have to find it. I need to find it. They have this great longing and eagerness, and that's what. And then it becomes passionate. You start running. Where is it? Where is it? And your heart enters into your search for your lost, valuable object. Your mind enters. Your heart enters, and you become almost mad looking for it. It happens to everyone. Even a young kid, 9 years old, 10 years old, he loses something he really attached to. We get attached. That's our nature. We get attached to whatever we have. So we have some experience of what, this is a type of greed. It's the intense desire to possess something that we lost. Now in our case, we never lost, we never had, but we want to attain Radha and Prema. So their acharyas are telling here in the commentaries that this greed, and the proof of real greed, this is the foundation of Raganuga Bhakti, is greed. And that's a driving force. It's like, as long as the gasoline, or what you say, as long as the petrol is in the engine, it keeps driving, it keeps moving. You keep moving in the car and the engine keeps working. But if the tank goes empty, you're stopped. Your movement is stopped, your car stops. So this is the fuel that drives the practice of Raganuga Bhakti on and on. The fuel is greed. And if one really is a Raganuga Bhakta, that drive is daily. It's moment to moment. And that's what they're saying. They say this greed is intense. They describe it as, greed is an intense driving force. So living in Vrindavan with love, which we're instructed here by Prabhupada Saraswati, Vrinda Tavim Anusara Pranayena Cheta. We should live here with Pranayena, with love. He's saying that this means that I never had you, Radharani. I never had your service. I never had your darshan, your love. But I've read so much about you. I've heard so much about you. And I met so many saints. I've met saints that have seen you. And I've heard of saints that have seen you. And I've read about saints that have seen you. And seen Yugal. Seen you and Radha and Krishna. And seen pastimes. And I'm inspired. And I want to be like that. And I want to have that experience. So we're hankering for that. So we're living in Vrindavan in the mood of separation. We're separated from a great treasure, the nidhi, the great treasure that we want to attain, but we haven't attained it. So this is what they're saying in their tika. We're greedy to experience. We have to become greedy to experience the love of Radharani, her presence. I think the main thing is, if most sadhakas, they have a desire, even serious philosophical godly type people, they're generally driven by the desire to see God. What does God look like? So those that are devotees of Radha and Krishna, they want not to see with their eyes in the temple, although they're seeing also. They're moreover being seen. When we go to the temple, Radha and Krishna are seeing us. We're not really seeing them. If we were seeing them really, then we would faint right there and then in the temple. We would swoon in ecstasy if we actually saw Radha and Krishna. No one in history ever has a darshan of Krishna or Vishnu or Radha and just stands there. Generally they faint, or they become overcome with such emotions. They generally go unconscious, or they don't just stand there, oh. We can't even conceive, because of course we've never seen. But what we read is they faint, they collapse. And that's described very clearly in Madhurya Kadambini by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, and the 8th shower describing the experiences at Prema, where one swoons on the ground, he falls on the ground. So this is the archetypal description. This is how it is. This is the tattva of the Prema tattva. This book, Madhurya Kadambini, is tattva. So this is what happens. This is the krama, the sadhana krama, sadhana krama, the sequence of sadhana, anartha nivrti, then nishta, then ruchi, and a sakti, and that goes on, and then bhava, and then he describes, this is what you'll see, and this is what will happen. And if you're in nistai rati, then Krishna will touch your hand. If you're in nistai rati, Krishna will kiss you. He describes, according to the stai rati of the sadhaka, at the level of prema, when you swoon and go unconscious, when you have darshan or spurti of Krishna, then Krishna will reciprocate with you in different ways. So this is, and when you read the lives of the saints, when they have these experiences, they also match the teachings of the tattva. So their direct experiences, which are called their anubhav, their direct experiences of Radha and Krishna and darshan, intense spurtis or visions, they also are what is being described as what one will see or experience. They're experiencing those things. So in this tika here, the commentary says that this greed must be continuous, for if it comes and goes, then it's not real divine greed. We must maintain an intense eagerness to taste the sweetness of pure bhajan. And that's why everywhere in Shastra the word kada, kabe, kada, when. Oh Krishna, how many holy names do I have to chant? How many rounds do I have to chant? Round. And around. So how many rounds have you chanted? Have we chanted as many rounds of japa, as many rounds of samsara that we passed? Can you calculate how many times we've been in the samsara chakra? That's also a round. There's only 4 beads. There's 4 beads in the mala. There's char beads. The first bead is called birth, then old age, disease, and death. This is the japa mala. The japa mala of human life. Life after life. Thousands and thousands and lakhs of yonis we've seen. So, I've chanted so many rounds. So I was thinking one day when I was chanting, I've chanted so many rounds, nothing's happening. But nothing's happening. Where am I? I was also chanting rounds in Los Angeles. What am I realizing now? What am I feeling? It's a lot different. And what has happened? So it's from the holy name, from Guru Kripa, Nam Kripa, Bhagavan Kripa, Vaishnava Kripa. But I was thinking one day I was chanting, this was recently, I've chanted so many lakhs and lakhs of names. Lakhs, but still no prema. No ashtasat satvik vikar. Where's my crying? Where's my hair standing in? Nothing. My heart is like a rock. Not a rock, that you can break a rock. With another rock you can break one rock, but my heart is like steel, loha. Loha riddhi. Nothing's happening. I have no good qualities. I have no bhav, I have no feelings, I have no sensitivity. I have no appreciation. I'm like an animal. But then I was thinking, well, wait a minute. How many rounds have I chanted? Okay, I chanted 500 lakhs. But how many births have I taken? I can't count. Uncountable. I must have taken 10,000 lakhs of births. And then there's Chirasi Kosh Yoni. Chirasi Kosh Yoni. 8,400,000 different species of life. Have I always been a human being for lakhs and lakhs of life? Maybe a dog, cat, pig, monkey, cockroach, fish, dolphin, whatever. Who knows what? So, Ashabandha, hope, Ashabandha. I have hope. Why do I have hope? Because I know realized souls. I've met realized souls. I've met souls. I know souls that have seen Krishna and seen Radha. So that's my hope. They are my hope. My Ashabandha is my guru, my Shiksha guru is my Diksha guru. The sadhus, they are my hope. There are many, there's so many bogus sadhus everywhere. Okay, bogus, there's so many bogus everybody's. there's bogus everybody's everywhere. But there's also real. If there's something called bogus, and everybody's bogus, that's true, everybody's bogus. But not everybody. If there's because it's a world duality. If everybody's bad, that means there also must be good. This is this whole dvandva. This is a dvandva. This reality is dvandva. It comes in two, day and night, good and bad, rich and poor, ugly and beautiful, have and have not, sick and healthy. Everything is in duality. So there are great bhaktas. There are liberated souls. And if we have lots of sukriti and lots of fortune, of course there's no calculation. It's ultimately mercy. We even see one or hear one or meet one. What to speak of take diksha from a sadguru? Any guru. If we have a guru, we're so fortunate. So that's our hope. I just think how many people on this planet even have a guru? And you might say, "Oh, my guru, he's not sitting on top of Mor Kutir. He's not in the middle of Nidhiban and chanting, ecstatic." No, who knows? Who can measure guru? Because guru is only the medium. He's the medium for the mercy of Radha and Krishna. So the guru. Any magnifying glass can create fire. You take a magnifying glass and you go out in the sunshine with a magnifying glass and you hold it there long enough with some dry leaves or paper, then that paper will start on fire. So every guru is a magnifying glass. Whether he's this small, you say, "Oh, he's a small guru," which is an offense to begin with. There's no such thing. Guru is guru. Whether he's a small magnifying glass or a big magnifying glass. My friends in Jagannath Puri, they do yagya. So since hundreds of years, they used to start fire with mantra, but now they use magnifying glass. It's a thick glass. It's like a, magnifying glass. So it's very big. It's about this big. And I watched some bhaktas. They had some dried coconut husks. The coconut, because it has to be like that. It's by Shastra. So he's holding it, and I said, one day I saw him. I said, "What are you doing?" He's in the corner of the wall where there's no wind, by the beach. And he was there. And he said, "I'm making fire because somehow last night some cat, knocked over the Akanda Deep." They have Akanda Deep. Akanda Deep means it's always going on for hundreds of years. Very unauspicious, actually. For hundreds of years in the ashram, fire went out. So Gurudev told me that we got to start it, and this is the way. So I was watching. So I had the idea that every guru is like a magnifying glass. If we have any guru that's following the basic principles and he understands, he's actually a proper guru, and you know who your guru is, and they're all proper gurus. Then that sunlight of the mercy of Radha and Krishna will come through that magnifying glass and purify your heart. Because fire burns up all impurities. So the fire created by the action of the magnifying glass and the sun rays burns up the coconut. So the fire of Krishna's mercy comes from the sunlight of Krishna's heart and the sunlight of Radha's heart, and it comes through the magnifying glass of Guru, and then shines on the dry hearts and minds of ourselves and burns up all the impurities. That's our Ashabandha. Guru is our Ashabandha. The light of Guru. The power of Guru. So a small magnifying glass will make fire. And once you have a little fire will make a big fire. So there's no such thing as a small guru and big guru. Every guru carries the mercy of Radha and Krishna. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andakara. Krishna Surya Sama Maya Haya Andakara. Maya is darkness. And Krishna is a Surya Sama. He's equal to the sun, thousands of suns. So Acharya Mam Vijanayan. The Guru is that principle of Krishna. He is the energy and mercy of Krishna. So this divine, I think I'm over time, just one sentence I have from my notes. This Divya Nidhi Radha, this divine jewel of loving playfulness, is a stream of nectar, Sudha Rasogam. And simply by living in Vrindavan and sincerely doing Raghunuga Bhajan, one fine day the sadhaka will fall into that stream of nectar and attain Radha Govinda Prem. Vrindani sarva mahatam apahaya durad, Vrindatavim manusara pranayena cheta, Sattarani krita subhava sudha rasogam, Radha vidhana miha divya nidanam asti. O mind, leave all great things and persons far away and go to Vrindavan with love. Here, there is a divine jewel who is full of rapturous nectar, a nectar stream of good moods, Subhav, named Radha, who redeems the sincere souls and all her devotees. So this is the end of the class. Radha Ras Suranidhi ki jai.